What is up, PS5 fam? Welcome back to PS5 Nexus, your ultimate source for everything PlayStation. The news cycle is absolutely on fire this week, and we've got some huge updates that you cannot afford to miss. Get ready for a rapid-fire rundown of the most important developments hitting your favorite console. From long-awaited features finally making their debut to critical updates that could change how you play, we're breaking it all down. So strap in, because the gaming world never sleeps, and neither do we. First up, Sony has quietly rolled out a feature that players have been clamoring for years, a move that could redefine how we handle purchases and potential regrets on the PlayStation ecosystem. What is this game-changing addition? You're about to find out. Next, we're diving deep into a review that's got the horror community buzzing. A highly anticipated follow-up to a critically acclaimed title has landed, but does it live up to the hype? We're talking about a narrative that plunges into the darkest corners of the human psyche and organized religion, but does the gameplay manage to keep pace with its ambitious story? We've got the full breakdown. Then, get ready for some essential news if you're a fan of a certain creature-collecting survival sensation. A new patch has dropped, specifically targeting those infuriating freezing issues that have been plaguing players on the PS5. We'll tell you exactly what's been fixed and what you need to know to get back to your pal-collecting adventures without interruption. And finally, prepare to set sail for a brand new console adventure. A massively popular PC title, renowned for its intense simulation and historical accuracy, is finally making its way to PlayStation 5. What is this acclaimed experience, and when can you get your hands on it? We've got all the details right here, right now. Don't go anywhere, because this is the news you've been waiting for. Make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to PS5 Nexus, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Let's get into it. Sony finally adds long-requested PS5 feature. Sony has quietly implemented a significant update to the PlayStation 5's refund system, addressing a feature that fans have been requesting for years. This change, which appears to have been rolled out without major fanfare, could represent a substantial shift in consumer rights within the PlayStation ecosystem. The core of this update revolves around the PlayStation app and the PS Store, making the refund process more accessible. Previously, obtaining a refund for a digital purchase often involved navigating a lengthy customer service queue or meeting stringent criteria, such as not having downloaded the game at all. However, eagle-eyed users on platforms like Reddit have reported a streamlined process. It's now reportedly possible to initiate a refund directly through the PlayStation app by accessing your transaction history, selecting a specific game, and requesting a refund. This bypasses the need for direct interaction with a customer service agent for many common refund scenarios. Adding to the excitement, reports suggest that Sony may have also loosened its refund policy regarding downloaded games. Historically, the policy stated that digital content purchases could not be refunded once the download had commenced. This was a point of contention for many, as it's often impossible to know if a game is truly satisfactory without at least starting the download or playing it. Several users have claimed to have successfully obtained refunds for games they had already downloaded, and in some cases, even games they had already started playing. One user, Josh the Jet, commented on Reddit, "I just tried it for a game I downloaded but didn't play, and it immediately accepted the refund." Another user, Tugmatic, shared, "Apparently they loosened the rules. I just got a refund on a game I was actively playing at the time." However, there's a layer of ambiguity surrounding the extent of these changes. When directly queried, PlayStation support representatives have reportedly stated that games previously downloaded are still not eligible for refunds, and have directed users to the existing support pages, which reiterate the old policy. This discrepancy raises questions. Has the policy officially changed, but the support documentation hasn't been updated, or are the refund agents granting exceptions? It's possible that the new, more accessible system is being implemented gradually, or that individual agents have more discretion than previously assumed. Regardless, the anecdotal evidence suggests that attempting to refund downloaded games is now more likely to succeed than ever before. This development is significant for consumer rights, potentially bringing PlayStation's policies more in line with other digital storefronts. While Sony's official stance may not yet fully reflect these reported changes, the ability to more easily initiate refunds, coupled with the possibility of getting refunds for downloaded titles, is a welcome evolution for PlayStation users. It's a move that, if fully embraced, could foster greater trust and satisfaction among the player base. The implication is clear. It might be worth trying for that refund you've been holding off on. Hold on to your controllers, because the story is far from over. Next, we're diving into a critically acclaimed horror title that's making waves. Vlad Circus, The Curse of Asmodeus review, a twisted narrative that falls short. A dark and twisted tale that sadly doesn't quite hit the mark. In Disruption's latest offering, Vlad Circus, The Curse of Asmodeus emerges as a follow-up to their well-received horror title, Vlad Circus, Descend into Madness. While the previous game was praised for its unique blend of pixel art horror, escape room-style puzzles, and an oppressive atmosphere, this sequel aims to explore a darker, more complex narrative centered around the malevolent parasite Asmodeus and its influence on organized religion. The question is, does it successfully build upon its predecessor's strengths, or does it stumble under the weight of its own ambition? Vlad Circus, The Curse of Asmodeus positions itself as both a prequel and a sequel, delving into the story of Joseph Petrescu, the brother of the first game's protagonist, Vlad. Joseph is portrayed as the alleged villain from the previous installment, and this new game seeks to explore his descent and the events leading up to the circus's demise. Set in the 1920s, Joseph faces execution, branded by religious zealots as a carrier of the Asmodeus parasite. Miraculously, he survives the electric chair, only to be left disfigured, mute, and amnesiac. The narrative unfolds through present-day sequences where Joseph navigates his prison, a grim testament to the church's horrific experiments, and flashback sequences triggered by mirrors, which transport him to pivotal moments in his past. This structure allows players to piece together Joseph's story and the broader context of the Vlad Circus narrative. While the thematic exploration of evil within organized religion is compelling, the game's narrative pacing and world-building fall short of the original, focusing intensely on Joseph's personal maddening journey. The gameplay, unfortunately, represents a significant step back from its predecessor. Descend into Madness featured engaging puzzle-solving mechanics coupled with a stress system that impacted gameplay. Curse of Asmodeus adopts a more autonomous point-and-click adventure style, where players directly control Joseph through 2D pixel art environments. While the environments retain a degree of grim detail and atmosphere, the puzzle design proves to be a major stumbling block. Many puzzles require an excessive amount of cognitive effort without adequate signposting, often leading to frustration. Solutions are sometimes hidden in plain sight or require backtracking to earlier areas to trigger events that alter the present. This can feel arbitrary and undermines player agency, as seen in an instance where a seemingly simple environmental puzzle involving a great and visceral inventory item could only be solved after a flashback sequence altered the environment indirectly. The flashbacks offer more engaging puzzle solving and narrative progression, making the return to the static present-day prison sections feel like a chore. Unlike the original, where managing stress and fighting psychological apparitions added a layer of danger, Curse of Asmodeus lacks any significant threat, making the gameplay feel less impactful. Despite these criticisms, the game does manage to shine in its flashback sequences. These segments offer a glimpse into Joseph's life before his downfall, showcasing his manipulative and self-serving nature as he navigates San Reno. These narrative moments also shed light on the church's nefarious activities, building a sense of the larger evil at play. However, these brighter spots are not enough to compensate for the overall disappointment with the core gameplay loop and the underdeveloped present-day sections. The reviewer expresses a strong sense of disappointment, feeling that the sequel doesn't justify its existence beyond continuing the story of a good game. The stripped-back approach, while perhaps suitable for DLC, feels underwhelming as a standalone sequel. But is this the only game making headlines this week? We've got crucial updates for a massively popular survival game that you need to know about. Palworld PS5 Update 1078286 deploys to tackle freezing issues. Addressing player frustration, A new patch aims to stabilize the Palworld experience on PlayStation 5. Pocket Pair Inc. has released a new update, version 10.78286, for Palworld on the PlayStation 5. This patch, described as a hotfix, is specifically designed to resolve critical technical issues that have been reported by players following the previous V065 update. The primary focus of this hotfix is to address game freezing problems that have disrupted the gameplay experience for many. According to Pocket Pair, this update is a direct response to player feedback concerning stability issues encountered after the implementation of version 065. The developer acknowledges that the game has been experiencing instances of freezing, which can be particularly detrimental in a game that requires sustained engagement. This patch aims to rectify these stability concerns, allowing players to enjoy their PAL collecting and survival adventures with fewer interruptions. The developer has apologized for any inconvenience these issues may have caused and has reiterated their commitment to continuing their work on resolving current PS5-specific problems. An important note accompanying this update is the developer's advisory that the game may experience a longer-than-usual startup time immediately after applying the hotfix. Pocket Pair has stated that this startup delay is a known issue and that they are planning to address it in a future patch. However, no specific timeline has been provided for when players can expect this startup issue to be resolved. This means that while the freezing problems should be mitigated, players might need to exercise a bit more patience when initially launching the game post-update. This situation draws parallels to previous stability challenges faced by Palworld on the PS5, particularly the save issue that required numerous updates to resolve. The latest patch for that particular problem was released just 2 weeks ago, highlighting the ongoing efforts by Pocket Pair to refine the game's performance on the console. The developer assures players that they will continue to monitor the situation and release further updates as needed. They encourage players who continue to experience freezing issues after applying the patch to leave comments and report their experiences, providing valuable feedback for future development. The release of this hotfix is a crucial step in ensuring a smoother and more reliable experience for Palworld players on the PlayStation 5. By actively addressing reported bugs, particularly game-critical ones like freezing, Pocket Pair demonstrates its dedication to supporting the game post-launch and to its player community. Players can look forward to a more stable environment for exploring, building, and capturing PALs, with the hope that subsequent updates will also iron out the temporary startup delays. But that's not all the news hitting the PlayStation world this week. Get ready for a massive simulation title that's finally making its console debut. UBOAT set to launch on PS5 and Xbox Series XS this year. Acclaimed submarine simulator UBOAT prepares for console debut with detailed WWII experience. Deepwater Studio and Ultimate Games SA have announced that their highly successful submarine simulator, UBOAT, is set to release on current generation consoles. The game, which has garnered significant acclaim on PC since its early access exit in August 2024, will be available on Xbox Series XS on August 27, 2025, and subsequently on PlayStation 5 on September 17, 2025. Having already achieved nearly 1 million copies sold on PC and maintaining an impressive 84% positive rating from over 22,500 Steam reviews, UBOAT is poised to make a strong impact in the console market. Often hailed as a spiritual successor to the venerable Silent Hunter series, UBOAT offers players an immersive open-world World War II submarine experience, meticulously blending simulation, strategy, and survival elements. Players assume the role of a German U-boat captain, tasked with undertaking missions that are inspired by historical events and naval operations. The gameplay extends beyond mere naval combat, incorporating a detailed crew management system that echoes the strategic depth found in titles like Fallout Shelter. Captains are responsible for overseeing every facet of life aboard the submarine, ensuring their crew's health and morale remain high during tense patrols. Strategic decisions, from plotting ambushes and deploying mines to upgrading equipment after successful missions, all carry significant weight and impact the overall campaign. UBOAT's appeal lies in its unwavering commitment to realism. The simulator features historically accurate torpedo calculators, incorporates the curvature of the Earth's horizon to enhance immersion, boasts detailed ballast systems for precise control, and implements a complex damage model that forces players to adapt and strategize under pressure. These elements combine to create a challenging and authentic simulation experience. For its console debut, UBOAT will run at 1080p resolution. The target frame rate is 60 FPS on both the Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5, offering a smooth and responsive experience. On the Xbox Series S, the game will target 30 FPS, ensuring accessibility across different console tiers while maintaining the core gameplay. With its intricate blend of tactical decision-making, demanding survival mechanics, and deep historical immersion, UBOAT is shaping up to be a significant title for simulation and strategy enthusiasts. The game's proven success on PC, coupled with its detailed representation of submarine warfare and management, suggests a compelling experience awaits console players. The anticipation is high for its arrival on Xbox Series XS and PlayStation 5 later this year, promising a challenging and authentic journey into the depths of WWII naval combat. And that wraps up another action-packed news cycle. Stick around for a quick recap and all the ways you can stay connected. And that's a wrap on another massive news day. We saw Sony roll out a long-awaited refund feature, Vlad Circus. The Curse of Asmodeus delivered a mixed bag of horror and disappointment. Palworld received a crucial patch to fix freezing issues on PS5, and the acclaimed simulator UBOAT is finally diving onto consoles. Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful, subscribe to PS5 Nexus for all your PlayStation news, hit that notification bell so you never miss an update, drop a comment below with your thoughts, and follow us on all our socials to stay connected. We'll see you in the next one.